Hello, comrades. Today, I would like to speak about situation in Poland. I planned a discussion today with Bojan Stanisławski. We talked in Polish language in my other channel, Odrodzenie Komunizmu. And after, I wanted also to continue our discussion about Poland in this channel in English, but Bojan is in holiday. He don't have time, and because our discussion in Polish was long, so this stream about Poland I will make alone. So maybe first I will explain why I am not active in this channel. The answer is easy. That I am all my political energy. I invest to make my Polish language channel because I think that the situation in Poland is very important. Of course, we have the situation in Ukraine. We have war in Ukraine between Ukraine and Russia, or between the NATO states and the Western countries against Russia using the Ukrainian people. But Poland is of the more active, one of the active country to support Ukraine and also to promote this Russophobia. And Polish authorities are calling to to make sanction about Russia, to make war against Russia, and all the stupid things which you can imagine, you can find it in Poland. So the situation in Poland is very important, and it is why in the last months I am very active in my Polish channel. Also, I am active in Polish politics because the political situation is changed. The political crisis of Polish social democracy, or it's better use the words the Polish social liberals. Of course, it is the crisis which are started. I don't know when, maybe in 1914 or in the time of Rosa Luxemburg. So it is not new that the social democracy is in political crisis. But the situation which is now in Poland, that the Polish social democracy is one of the most active. You have to understand the situation. Poland is one of the most active country for promoting Russophobia, and the Polish social democracy is one of the most Russophobic force in one of the most Russophobic countries. So you have to imagine how big is this problem with Polish social democracy. I can say about the situation that some of the liberal left, maybe I will show this. Um, mm, they um, they organized um collecting money for the Bayraktar drone to give this drone to Ukraine. So this is they collect 24 million 800, and you see how many money for buy the drone Bayraktar, Turkish drone. And this guy Sherakowski, he is the director of the so-called left force, Krytyka Polityczna. It's a publishing house which publish books, Zizek books, for example, stuff like this. So there is first question. Good evening. This Sunday, me and my family are going to Poland. We do it every year. How are you doing there? So the situation in Poland is not good. It's not good. It's not good for the Polish people. Maybe for tourists from the Western countries with money, it's a good place. But for the Polish people, there is a lot of problems. So now we have August, and I recorded today one video about the situation of Polish students. But I will repeat these things which I said in Polish here, and I think that most of the things which I will say here, I said already in Polish language. So we have problem with Polish students. We have to remember that the Polish students were one of the um, most active force for promoting Russophobia. Students or young Poles are this group of the Polish population which their brain are the most brainwashed by the corporate media, Western corporate media, or the social media, which are property, of course, of the American imperialists. So these young people in last months they attacked everybody. You are the Russian spy. You are the agent of the Putin. There are a lot of words which I don't know how to translate to English, but it's bad words to insult the opponents. And these young people now they have problem because the prices of the houses and also of the rooms, if you are a student and you want to find a flat to live, now it is very, very expensive. It's very expensive because of many reasons. They are the reason which are similar to the situation in other countries, that we have inflation, we have these problems, economic problems, but there is something which is only reserved for the Polish population because of the millions of the migrants from Ukraine. Of course, somebody can say that migrants, it is not good word, that we need to use the word refugees. But refugees, it is somebody who are living in the camp for the refugees. So this is the camp organized by the state, and they are living in the closed area, and they wait for the situation when the war in the country from they came from, when the war is finished. The situation with the Ukrainians who came to Poland in last month, it is the situation of normal migrant workers, economic migrant workers who are the part now of the market relations in Poland. And of course, millions, I don't know how many, because nobody knows how many Ukrainian people are now in Poland, but some people say that it is 5 million people. Already before the war was started, there was more than 1 million Ukrainians in Poland. And after the war was started, there are another 3 or 4 million or 5 million who came and stay in Poland, because some of them go to the other Western countries. So because they take this apartment, this flat, which are uh, free to take. Now the prices of these rooms and of the houses are exploding. It's very very expensive, and the Polish student have problems for the problems. They don't have money. They don't have money to take a flat for them. And there are also problem with students where to study, because thousands of Ukrainians will study in Polish universities, and you have to understand the situation that the student is somebody in the age of, I don't know, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old. And the Zelensky, in the same time, he called for the international solidarity of everybody in the world to support Ukraine, and in the same time, the 20 years old Ukrainian people will study in Poland. If you want to, I am against this war. I am supporting to stop this war now. But if you don't want to stop this war now, these people who came to Poland, and it's something stupid. In theory, only in Poland there are only the mothers with children. But of course, it is not true. We have thousands of, or I don't know, millions of Ukrainian men who are not now in the war. They are some of them will study, and the so there are not enough places in the university for the Polish people. There are not enough apartments for the Polish people, and it will be for the Ukrainian population. So it is one of the many problem which is new, which is because of this war. Um, how much does the average? Okay, maybe this I will do. How much does the average Polish person support the government stance on Ukraine nowadays? It is very difficult to say, because of the um, propaganda in the media, that in the these people who are not support the Polish involvement in this war, they have problems. They are not invited to the media. They don't speak about them. They don't speak about the things, what they do, what they think, what they talk, what they wrote. And also we have a lot of politicians which are scared to talk openly what they think about these things. But the situation now is better than in February or March, because in March we had a very very big hysteria and very big attacks against the people like me. Now I think that the situation is changed, and the situation is changed since maybe June, and one of the example how the situation is changed was the anniversary of the Wołyń massacre. Wołyń massacre. I don't know if you know what is this Wołyń massacre. I will show you. But firstly, I will show you something different. I will show you something different. It's a joke. It's a joke. What I will show you, but there is something interesting in this joke. Okay, so wait. Give me 1 sec. This is a funny story which now is used by the Russian propaganda. And this is the um, uh, so this is the Polish president in the right. His name is Andrzej Duda, and in the left is the guy which name is Michał Duda. Michał Duda was a member of OUN-UPA. He was one of the he was the friend of the Stepan Bandera, and he was responsible for the killing of Poles in 1943 and after in the Wołyń massacre. Now the Russian propaganda tried to say that this guy is grandfather of Polish president. Of course, it is not true, but maybe there are some the family's connection between this guy. I don't know, but the funny story is that this guy in the left, he participated in the Battle of Bircha with Polish communist soldiers after the Second World War. And in the Warsaw, we have the monument of the Polish army. It's the most important monument of the Polish army. It's in Polish. It is Grób Nieznanego Żołnierza. It is the tomb of the anonymous soldiers, and we have in this tomb we have the information about the battles and other places where the Polish army fight. And there was also this battle of Bircha, and Duda or this guy, his collaborators, they decided to erase this information about this battle because it was communist. So we will forget about the communist soldiers. But maybe he wanted to erase this information because it was against this Duda. But of course, it is Joe. Michał Duda is. I am not believing. I don't believe in this story. But the question which is important is that now the ruling party in Poland decided that because of the geopolitical situation, the Polish nation needs to forget about the Wołyń massacre. If you are not, if you don't know the situation, I will make very quick resume what is all about. So in 1943, there was the massacre of the Polish population. It was after the Stalingrad battle, when already the Ukrainian nationalists, they understand that the Nazis will lose this fight, lose this war. So they were scared that the Russian, the Red Army will came and Nazis will go out. So they wanted to prepare Ukraine for the new times, and this preparation was to killing all the minorities which were in Ukraine, and so they starting to killing the Jews. They starting to killing Polish, they starting to killing the Soviet partisans, and also they killed a lot of Ukrainians who were against this Ukrainian nationalists. For the reason which I don't understand, and also the Bruno also don't understand. We need to think about this. That in the Soviet Union they didn't speak about this massacre. It was some of the history which it is complicated history. I think that it is the some problems with the direction of the USSR And we need to remember that in this time, the leader of the Ukrainian Socialist Soviet Republic was Nikita Khrushchev. And first question, which nobody knew answer, is why the Soviet Union didn't persecute the UPA bandits. Because in the other Soviet republics, and also in the countries, new socialist countries like Poland or East Germany or other countries, there were a lot of persecution of the anti-communists and also the persecution of the Nazi collaborators. The question is, why these Ukrainian nationalists didn't killed or didn't send to the I don't know, labor camp, and there were most of them were liberated. And it is why after Contra-Revolution in 1990s, these veterans of UPA can organize a demonstration in the cities like Lvov. So from this perspective, we need to say that the word neo-Nazis in Ukraine is not accurate. That Putin make mistake when he talk about the Ukrainian neo-Nazism. It is not neo-Nazism, because neo-Nazism, it is something which the tradition is broken. We have, for example, paganism and neo-paganism. The paganism, it was something which existed in Poland before Christianization, I don't know, in Middle Ages, in 10, 11, on 12th century. And now in 20th century, we have something new which called neo-paganism. But there are no personal connection between paganism and neo-paganism. Another example of this is liberalism and neoliberalism, that we have some ideas, liberal ideas in 19th century, and we have neoliberalism in the 70s, 80s of 20th century. So there are not personal connection. In the Ukrainian politics, we have personal connection between Ukrainian Nazis in the time of the Second World War and the Ukrainian Nazis after the capitalist Contra-Revolution. And this also we have this personal connection because a lot of veterans from UPA were hidden in Anglo-Saxon countries like Great Britain or Canada. And they come back, or they send money to reintroduce the new political forces which are now evaluated to this fascist organization like Battalion Azov. But it is something different. I want to come back to the main topic, that because the Polish politicians are telling to the nation, you need to forget about the Volyn massacre. And the question is, why in the time of the Soviet Union they don't speak a lot about this Volyn massacre? They didn't build a monument, and because it was complicated. So you need to understand that before the Second World War in 1920s, 1930s, Polish capital state was have a politic of the repression against the Ukrainian population in Volyn and in this. But the problem, so I think that some of the Marxists, the communists in the Soviet Union, they decided that There are some historical, I don't know, that this massacre of Poles in Wołyń, it is legitimate because Poland were persecuted. It was the country of the exploiters who defend. But it's not true, and it is not Marxist analyzed, because if in the Wołyń massacre there will be only massacres of the Polish nobles and Polish bourgeoisie and Polish priests and I don't know, the Polish elites, it will be something different. The problem with Wołyń massacre is that these Polish elites already emigrated or they fled, or this massacre was not against elites. This massacre was against the peasant people who can't hide them. So we can't explain this massacre from the Marxist perspective that yes, it is something legitimate. No, it was not legitimate, and I'm not telling this like because I'm Paul. I am saying it because I'm Marxist, and killing the poor people who are working in their land, it's not it's not something which Marxists can defend. So, so there are some problem with this Wołyń massacre. It was not common. It was something which in Soviet Union they don't speak about this. And after the Contra-Revolution, also they don't speak about this. So because after Contra-Revolution, the new elites of Poland, they tried to use the Ukrainian like a force against Russia, and it is something which is today. And because of this, they don't want to make a pressure for the Ukrainian politicians. You need to build, to make exhumation, because nobody knows how many Poles were killed. They were not exhumated. They are not buried in the cemetery. We don't have names. We have only the statistics. Some people say that it is 50,000. Some people saying that it is 100,000. Some people saying that this is more than 200,000 people killed, because it is not only Wołyń, but it is also another places where the Ukrainian nationalists killed Poles. So it is something which that Poles want to know this true about this, and also want that the Ukrainian politician will make the excuse for this, and they are silent about that. Or they are not silent. They are not silent because they are telling about this Wołyń massacre, but they are talking about the people who committed this massacre. So they are talking about Stefan Bandera and other guys from UPA, that it is our heroes. So this history is complicated, and in this year, 2022, the commemoration of the Wołyń massacre in Poland was the biggest one in the time when the Polish government say, forget about Wołyń. The Polish population say to Polish government, no, we are not forget about Wołyń, and to show that we are not agree with your politics toward Russia, we are not agree with sending to Ukraine Polish tanks, Polish coal, Polish gas, everything, giving money, giving Ukraine all these things. I think that they wanted to show we are against you in this question, and they use this anniversary of Wołyń massacre to show the. Okay, there are some commentaries. I will read it. My Polish relatives call me a Putinist for my opinions on the Ukrainian war, so it's not only for the younger generation, sadly. Yes, it's very popular too, and I am calling. I can't count how many times they attacked me. You are the Putin spy. You are the Putin agent, and also it's not secret that also I had some problem with my wife, which were a little manipulated by this, but it is something which I will not talk here. But other than the Russophobia, I heard that a lot of Ukrainophobia is starting to come out in Poland. I saw a few manifestos online about the massacres that the Ukrainian Nazis did to the Poles, and that. Yes, it's something new that I won't. I don't want to say that it is Ukrophobia because it is not something comparable to Russophobia, but it's something that there are no any country. I don't know in the history which in so in few weeks Poland have population 38 million people, and in few weeks there are 4 or 5 million Ukrainians who came to Poland, and it's a lot of people, and and it's not question you support Ukrainians or you not support, but a lot of people came, and you have to find the places where they will live, where they will work, where they will study, and all this, and it's something which in normal situation you need discuss with the population. Nobody discuss with the population, and the Polish capitalist government every time say to Poland, no, 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 no. If you want to have a house for you, it's free market. You have to earn money, you have to go to the bank, and the capitalist is the system where you have to work hard and something, and if you work hard you will get something. And after this Polish guy sees the Ukrainians who came, and public transport is free, houses are free, they are money from the Polish taxes who came to the Ukrainian citizens for free, the healthcare for the Ukrainians are for free, and many other things are for free, and they think, why? How I, you know, from the Marxist perspective, I can say that the Ukrainians in Poland they are living in socialism now, because I am fighting for the society where everybody is for free, and this example that we can have transports, houses, healthcare, and many other stuff for free. I support this, but I am not supporting this in this situation like in Poland, that we have some people who have benefits, and other who have to work for this, paying taxes, and live in the poverty, and nobody asks them what do they want. So of course, and it is only the start. It is only the start, because now we have there are some the Polish politicians want to change the Polish state now. For example, President Duda, when he was in Kiev, he said in the parliament, we will finish with the border between Polish and Ukraine, and it's something he don't have right to do this. It is illegal, and a lot of this decision toward Ukrainians and Ukrainian state, it's illegal. It is illegal to give Ukrainian most of the Polish tanks. Now they and you have to understand the situation that in Polish media every day they say Putin will attack Poland, Russia will attack Poland, and in the same time they are giving Polish tanks and other Polish weapons to Ukraine. Where is the logic? If they are scared of the war, we need to take this way. We need to collect maximum the weapons and for Polish army. Poles are hating Ukrainians more and more. What do you think about this? I am not. I don't hate Ukrainians. I hate Zelensky. I hate the Ukrainian oligarch. I hate the Ukrainian fascist. I hate all these Russophobic guys from Ukraine. And but I am not against. I am not against the workers, of the victims of the Zelensky in Ukraine. But yes, the this the response for these politics of the Polish government, which are not talking with Polish population, decided very important things without consulting this with the Polish population. Of course, it will provoke the hatred, and already it's starting, and it will growing and growing. And what I am thinking about this, I think that it will be another obstacle to building the revolutionary force in Poland, because now before this war, Poland was a mono-ethnic state. So we don't have this problem that the Polish workers hated the other minorities in Poland, because there wasn't these minorities. There were some Ukrainians, but not many. Now I can't even imagine how we can. No, I can imagine, because I know this from France. I'm living in France, and in France we have this situation that we have some trade unions which are representing only French, native French, and some political organization only for the migrants from the Islamic country, for example. So yes, it will generate all these communitary problems, and it's very difficult in this situation spreading internationalism, especially when we have already tradition of the ethnic cleansing, that Ukrainians have a tradition of the ethnic cleansing and mass killing of the Polish population, and they are proud of this. They are proud. When they built the monument of Stefan Pandera, they say to all the world, we are proud of our history. We are proud of our heroes who killed the poor Polish peasants in Wołyń. Rebirth of Communism. Do you think there will be kinetic conflict between China, Taiwan, US because of recent events? I don't think so. I think that the economic sanction, it is not only the tool which can be used by the Western countries. That China will show that economic sanction can be a very effective tool using by the socialist state against capitalist state. The Taiwan economy is totally dependent from the economic relation with China, and it will be already there are some sanctions, and they can make escalation of this sanction. So I know that I trust the government of the Communist Party of China, that they are not stupid. The war in Ukraine shown that the military solution is the solution which is not good. The Russia, it's very complicated to attack some country which the country is prepared for the attacks. That the Russian soldiers which wanted to attack Kharkov, and all this Kharkov, there are a lot of mines, um, uh, a lot of trenches, and all this defending infrastructure. It's very complicated to make war in this, and Taiwan is prepared for the attack. I hope for the diplomatic solution, and I hope also that there will be something in Taiwan similar to the situation in the Germany in 1989 and 1990s, when there was the unification, the peaceful unification. Only when we examine the unification of Germany, the German capitalist states waited for the moment when the Soviet Union will be in crisis, and because of the perestroika, Gorbachev, and also the counter-revolution in Poland, the socialist bloc was in crisis, and it was the time when the German capitalist states used to make a counter-revolution in East Germany, and the reunification of the Germany was peaceful. And the most important, why it was peaceful, because the majority, I don't know, it was majority, but I think that it was majority of the young people in East Germany. They were manipulated by the Western propaganda, and they supported reunification with Western Germany. So this tactic will be used against Taiwan. But the China needs to wait for the moment when the United States will be in crisis. United States is not in crisis now. I think that the China wait for the moment when the United States will provoke new war, because we see that the Biden administration, especially Biden and Nancy Pelosi, they want to make some war. They don't know where this war, but they want some new war. Maybe Ukraine, the American will not only send the weapons, but also to send some troops, or maybe Iran, maybe I don't know where, but maybe some places in the South America, because Soviet Union was weak also because of the war in Afghanistan. So there will be not military solution. I hope. But in other way, if the Chinese Communist Party decide that there are not other choice but military solution, of course I will support critically, but I will support the Chinese People's Republic, because from strategic point of view, it's important to demilitarize Taiwan, because Taiwan is a puppet state of the NATO. So I understand why the communists from China can attack Taiwan. I understand. And if they attacked, I will critically support this, but I think that it is stupid decision. Human mind doesn't work like that. Ukrainians had no class consciousness. They simply identified Polish oppressors, so they destroyed what's Polish, group responsibility, and so on. And just like some black liberation movement hated all whites, some Muslim rebels hate all Christians, some LGBT people hate all straights, etc. People's simple mind functions in those ways. I think that the mindset behind the justification of the Volyn massacre by not talking about it was the Soviets being angry at the Polish for the annexation of Soviet lands in the 1920s, where they forced Lithuanians, Belarusians, and Ukrainians to speak Polish. Uh, Maybe another interview with someone who wants to kill commies, you dumb fuck. Oh, it's a guy, maybe we need to say goodbye, block utilisateur. Uh, Oh, good. Yeah, I saw that in Ukraine are starting to use zloty as a currency too, and the Polish people will get more rights in Poland. It looks like he wants annex Ukrainian regions. Civil war, as much as it hurts common people, is a great moment to partition a bourgeoisie state and establish a revolutionary foothold in at least some of its former territory, see Russian Empire. I am searching for some. My knee-jerk thought is they cannot be that stupid to annex territory when we have such a deep and multi-layered crisis. But I have thought that shit before and was always severely disappointed. So if we the question of the annexation of some territory is from the historic perspective, it was also always like this, that there was some state which have demographic problems, demographic problems because the demographic reproduction was very effective. So when the population is growing, the politicians thinking what to do with the growing population, and one of the answer for the growing population is annexation of the neighbor lands. In Poland, we don't have this situation. In Poland, we have the demographic crisis. The Polish population is going down. We had already problem with the emigration of a lot of people from Poland like me, but also the Poles who rest in Poland, there are very very few babies which are born now in Poland. So Poland don't have forces to make annexation of the any territory. But I can imagine some situation similar to the Kosovo situation. That we need to examine the situation in the Yugoslavia in 1990s. That we had a big Yugoslavia state, and firstly we have the independence of the Slovenia and other republics. After we have the war in Bosnia between the Serbs and the Croats and the Muslims, And after we had a war between the Yugoslavia, Serbia, and NATO, and the United States used this situation, used this long war, because in it was 2 or 3 wars, but it was one after another. So it was in 10 years, all the 10 years of military conflict. And the United States are use this situation to create Kosovo, which is the puppet state of the Americans. And it is very important for the United States to have this puppet states when they have a military bases. And I can imagine situation that in the crisis of the Ukraine, because I think somebody, if you are listening here, I can make I think that Zelensky, they will kill Zelensky, that there are some people like Poroshenko, and Poroshenko tried to build a big coalition all against Zelensky. So he speak with the battalion Azov and extreme right. He speaks with the liberals. He speaks with the all Ukrainians politicians to make coalition against Zelensky. I think that they will kill Zelensky, and after, of course, they will say that Zelensky was a hero, he was killed by the Russian, blah blah blah. So, and the new ruler of the Ukraine, maybe Poroshenko, or maybe somebody who will work with Poroshenko. Of course, they will make a peace agreement with Russia, but the USA will force him to make some territorial to give some territory for the United States. So I can imagine situation that they will create some puppet state in Ukraine. Maybe it will be in the border with Poland, or maybe in other places. Maybe it will be Odessa, because it is from the strategic point of view more important than the Lvov, because but if I can imagine this situation, I can also imagine situation that if there will be some peace negotiation between NATO and Russia, that they will start to discuss the future of the Kaliningrad region, and maybe they will make some deal that okay, you Russia will take the lands of the Ukraine, southeastern Ukraine, but we will take the Kaliningrad region. And this Kaliningrad region will be the new Kosovo. It will be not taken by the Lithuania. It will not be. Taken by Poland. It will not be taken by Germany, because all these three states try to make some allusion that they are interesting to take this Kaliningrad region. No. It will be taken by the Americans. But nobody will support that Poland will make annexation of the Lvov region. And Poland is too weak for this. Speaking of Serbia, seems like shit is starting again with Kosovo. Yes, we need to maybe to understand to understand the situation in Kosovo, we need to understand that some time ago, the Borrell, Joseph Borrell, the guy responsible for the for the diplomatic foreign policy in the United States, he was in Kosovo and he support. So it is one of the reasons why now in Kosovo we have problems. Yes, we have problems because of this, that in the time when all the Western countries are against Russia, Serbia is not against Russia. So we need to punish Serbia. And to punish Serbia is what is the better way to punish Serbia than one more time exploit the Kosovo, the problem of Kosovo. If Serbia will not support Russia, there will be not problem with Kosovo. I am sure about this. I like that you are making English content. Yes, but I don't have time for making English content because I am very active in Polish political scene. And always when I always I am disappointed about the American left, that many people which I wanted to contact, make discussion, make interview, political contact, collaboration. When I saw that many of them in the time of the war, their political position was not, which I am agree. It's not good time to search mm, political collaboration with these guys. I have problem in Poland because there are not many leftists which are against this war. So I am looking for the people for the collaboration with the people with the Polish nationalists. It's something stupid and crazy, but today I prefer to make a collaboration with the Polish nationalists, which him I am agree in the question of that we are against NATO, against the occupation, and that we are against the Poland is occupied by the U.S. soldiers, and we want to U.S. army get out from Poland. And then the collaboration with the social democracy, which is one of the most Russovic forces, not only in Poland but in the all Western countries. There, it's rebirth of communism. Oh, maybe you could try interviewing Hakim or Bet Empanada. Yes. All these things I would like to do in the future. When, but there are so many information interesting to our Polish problems and Ukrainians war that it have to wait. It have to wait because uh, organizing interview discussion it's. I try to prepare myself to the conversation. It is 1 or 2 weeks that I try to read articles or some guy, listening videos, understand position, and also make some sending some emails, responding for the emails. The organizing the interview like this, it's not complicated, but it takes time, and I don't have this time today because every day it is something very important for Poland. because I am waiting for the decision or for the news from Ukraine that Zelensky was killed and somebody new take power in Kyiv, and all the and that this will be something revolutionary, because all these weapons which Poland sent to Ukraine, to Zelensky, to use this weapon against Russia, the new government of Ukraine will be maybe against Poland. So you see, it's something similar to the situation with Turkey. That Erdogan, nobody knew that Erdogan, he is more against Putin and Russia, or he is against NATO. If Erdogan is against NATO, who will defend Greece? Who will defend Bulgaria? Who will defend Romania? Who will defend Croatia? Who will defend Montenegro? All this, the Turkey army is very powerful now, and it's formally it is in NATO, but it could change very quickly, and it could be the biggest enemy of the NATO, and I want this. um, God, I would love so hard if some new Ukrainian government allied with Russia and went after Poland. Absolutely no reverse card. No, no, no. It will be not. It will be not government allied with Russia. It is impossible. We need to understand that after this war, new government will be not the allied with Russia, but it could be the government which will understand that the continuation war with Russia is without sense. So it will be government similar to Yanukovych. I think that Yanukovych, he was not pro-Russian, he was not pro-European, he was somebody who wants to make a deal with Russia and Ukraine. This government, it will be the military dictator. Of course, the Zelensky also now is the dictator. But in theory, it is not dictator. In theory, he was elected in the democratic election, and after democratic election, he forbidden all the political opposition forces. So now, he is a dictator, but they try to present him in the Western media like a Democrat, and the there is a question how to finish this war, because you need to. I suggest you to analyze the history of the African countries. That very often in the African countries where there is some government which have a problem with how to make collaboration with France, this government disappear. We have the history of the Thomas Sankara. The Thomas Sankara wanted to be independent economically than from Europe, and so they organized the military coup against Sankara, and they killed Sankara. And the France is very, very strong to organize this coup d'etat in the countries where are the political problems. And Zelensky is a political problem for all the European Union. Any political expert from any political leader from the Europe will not say this openly, Macron, Olaf Scholz, and others will not say we are against Zelensky, but they are against Zelensky. They want to finish this war. They want to have normal economic relation with Russia. They want to have normal economic relations with Russia before the winter will start. Because without gas, without petrol, without the Russian market, it will be economic crisis, big economic crisis for the European Union. And so in one side they have economic catastrophe, and in other side organizing some coup d'état to change to make a regime change in Ukraine. And I think that they are thinking about this. They are thinking what to do with Zelensky, because Zelensky, it's impossible for him to sign this peace with Russia. And I think that this history of the bombarding the prison in Olenivka is very interesting here. That they try to build some intrigue against Zelensky. If you don't know what is this intrigue, I will explain that in 29 July, so it was 6 days ago. 6 days ago, the rocket HIMARS, which are only possessed by the Ukrainian forces, bombard the prison with the prisoners from the Azov battalion who was captured in Mariupol, in Azovstal. So from first minute, everybody know that it is the Ukrainian army which are bombarded this prison. Because of course in Western media they try to say it's not Ukrainian army, it is Russian, but it's very stupid explanation. If Russia wants to kill these guys, and they will be killed in Mariupol. The Russia make a lot of how to say, it was very complicated to take these people alive, to make them in prison, to speak with them weeks and weeks. And after this, when they wanted to start the public trial, kill them. It's without sense. Of course, only Ukrainians wanted to kill these guys to avoid this trial. But the question is who in the Ukrainian army take this decision. If decision was taken by the Zelensky, it is big political problems for Zelensky, because now these guys from Azov, they are looking for the Zelensky, like a murder of their guys. The Zelensky make a decision to kill the guys from the battalion Azov in the prison in Russia. So I think that Zelensky is not so stupid to publicly organize things like this, because using HIMARS, where everybody know that HIMARS is only in the Ukrainian army, so find the responsible for this is very easy. I think that it is some provocation, that some guys who want to make a regime change in Kyiv, they decided that they need to do something, that the radicals from Battalion Azov are against Zelensky, and this provocation against Zelensky will be used to organize some coup d'etat against Zelensky. I think that it is the question of the weeks. September, or maybe August, maybe September, maybe October. That it is very, very, that the days of Zelensky are, it's finished, and he will not be captured alive. That they will kill them, and then of course after they kill them, they will present him like a hero. He was killed by the Russian, blah blah blah. Everybody in the world will love Zelensky. Now they make some photos Zelensky with Olena Zelenskaya in the Vogue magazine. So they have some beautiful photos. It's very good to make Zelensky now a martyr. But if Zelensky is alive, the economy the economy of the European Union will die, and somebody have to do something. And Russia and France have a lot of experience for organizing things like this, and never nobody catch find that France is responsible for this. That always they try, they are capable to find somebody who will make this dirty job for them. Now they will use the battalion Azov, I think, or Poroshenko, and it is not, and it is why in the last days the one of the biggest collaborators of Poroshenko, the guy responsible for the trade of the wheat, the king of the wheat was killed. Also, they find some place where there are the farm of the bot of Poroshenko, and so there are very big, very brutal fight between Zelensky and Poroshenko, because Zelensky, he know that they try to organize something against him. Rebirth of communism. I know that this is a conversation with guests, but shouldn't the spark of revolution come from East Germany? Spark of if it is question about this reunification of Germany, I think that the spark of the revolution can come in the 1950s, when the Western capitalist German states was weak, morally weak, because it was constructed by the Nazis. In 1980s, it is already new generation which present themselves. We are democratic, we are ecological, and it's not so easy to organize revolution in the countries like Germany now. It's, I think, I think territories east to Dnieper will be taken by Russia, and anything west to that will become some semi-collapsed puppet state under Poland supervised by you. Yes, but there is the question of Kherson. Kherson is already taken by Russia, and Russia will not give it Kherson back. They organized the referendum in Kherson. It will be 11 September, I suppose. And if the population of Kherson decide that they want to be a part of the Russian Federation, they need to protect them. Hope, basically, they Epstein the imprisonment Azovites. Yes, but they, it's very using HIMARS to this operation was very stupid, and I think that it was they use HIMARS to show that to show, you see, it is Zelensky who make decision, but it is not Zelensky. It is something other whom want to throw Zelensky out. But we will see. We will see. Now it's very, very for the people who are speaking Russian and who have time to watching the Russian medias and also the Ukrainian medias in Russian language, they see that how this political scene in Ukraine is boiling. That it is there we have the people in the front which are very disappointed. They are the civil population which don't want to go to the war. They need to take these people by force to send them for the war. There are the political tensions between Zelensky and the Western countries. We have the problem with Taiwan, and if the military confrontation between China and Taiwan, and I'm not talking about war because I don't think that there will be war, but there are some islands which are the now property of. Wait, I will show you. Mm, um, I don't know where are these islands, but wait. As you see, this is the. I think that it is here. You see that here we have island. Here, one of these islands which are here, I don't know which island, but one there are some islands which are 5 kilometers from China. Very small island. So in the military doctrine of Taiwan is explained that they will not defend this land. So I think that there is possible the situation when the China will take this island. This is some. It is like this island of the East, Snake Island, in which was possessed by the Ukrainians. Uh, so so Xi Jinping will take this island to show the Chinese population, look me, I am hard guy, and I punished Taiwan, and but it will be not big military confrontation because Taiwan will, and okay, they say, okay, you take this island and the war is finished. But if China will take this small island, of course, the all this military support to Ukraine will be much smaller than today. Today, Ukraine all the time have some military support from Western countries, and it will be a finish. Okay, comrades, thank you for being here. I need to finish. My wife give me some signs. Hope that maybe in September I will be more active here. If you know somebody who wants to make conversation with Comrade Michael and talks about the communist movement in his countries or have some analysis or some polemics, I invite you to give me to know. See you, comrades.